And one thing that I had to realize later in my life is that the more people that you tell about your dreams or your goals just increases the odds of them not actually coming true. The people that you have around you, people that you may genuinely love and care about, you may have known them 10 plus years, not all of them want to see you win. Not all of them believe it and want to see you prosper and grow in life. And it's a tough pill to swallow, but the sooner that you realize that not everybody around you really has your best interest, the quicker and easier it'll be for you to accept reality for exactly what it is. So I feel like it's very important that we stop telling everybody our business, because unless somebody is going to have a direct impact or is going to provide you some sort of value or help you get to that stage that you're trying to get to, then they just simply don't need to know about it. It doesn't matter how long you've known somebody. It doesn't matter what you think matters to you. That person can still go out and spread your business and throw dirt on your name. Not saying that everybody is like this, but just to avoid any of those type of situations from happening, we just have to understand that we got to put in the work first. We got to grind and then speak later. Really understanding that we need to learn how to let our work speak for itself. We don't always have to voice our opinions about something. We don't always have to give insight on the things that are going on around us. And if you learn this, if you learn that it's okay to be a student first, it's okay to just listen rather than always having to vocalize your feelings or your next move, you'll see that you're moving way quicker than you ever would have thought of. Because when I was younger, I spent a lot of my times talking about, my plans and my hopes for the future. And what this did with me is it just always got in the way. It always gets in the way when you speak on certain things, because the people now that you may have around you are going to hold you to what's coming out of your mouth. And we all know with life, things change. You may say something today that you don't necessarily mean tomorrow, but the people that you may have around you are going to hold you to those same standards and the things that you've allowed to come out of your mouth. That's why I feel like it's very important that we just do less speaking, less talking, especially when it comes to our personal business and our personal lives. Not only is this how drama starts, but this is how, you end up in other people's mouths that you don't even have no business being in that type of environment. Then people are going to start speaking about you. People are going to know your business. And the way that I like to look at it is that even the people that's closest to you. Now, I'm not saying that, your judgment is bad or any of our judgment is bad, but you have to put yourself first. You have to be cautious when it comes to not only the friendships that you're entertaining, but just the information that you're putting out, because people will sit in your face and act like they're your friend or they genuinely love and want to see you do good, but go out and throw dirt on your name. And that's just the way that life is, and you can't necessarily stop anybody from doing that, but you can control what you're allowing yourself to put out into the world. If you know people can potentially be this way, if you know that you sharing your goals and your dreams will jeopardize your future success, then why do it? That's why I had to get to the point in my life where I do little to no speaking as far as what I plan on doing in the future. Because not only do people may not even genuinely believe in you, if they are not going to help you accomplish that goal or get there, then there is no need in bringing it up. Some people just talk just to talk, not even necessarily backing it up, but just speaking because it sounds good. Everybody can talk a good game, but only a very few will actually put in the work to make their dreams come into, actual effect and live in that moment. But even if you are somebody that may have a good group of friends around you and y'all been, rocking for a little minute now, that's great. But that still doesn't mean that you should always vocalize your plans and your next steps. Sometimes it really is better to move in silence, especially if you have chemistry and history with somebody, because they know you based off your patterns and your routines. So if you're telling them, you're going to stop drinking and smoking when they've saw you and witnessed you drinking and smoking for the last 6, 7, 8 years, they're already going to be doubting you in the back of their head just based off your regular patterns and habits. So there is no point in sharing that type of information with somebody who really is just going to doubt you to begin with. It's always better to work in silence. It's always better to take that first step and gain a little bit of momentum so that you can be that confidence and support that you need. Because at the very beginning, people that's around you may act like they're supporting you, but they're really going to doubt you. And not only are they going to doubt you, they just aren't going to have an impact on your overall growth because they may not even necessarily have anything positive to say. I've seen it happen so many times where somebody may have shared a dream or just something that they wanted to do with their parents, or somebody that they may have had around, and it was just shot down, and their dreams was shot down because of that person's lack of courage and ambition for their lifestyle. But that doesn't necessarily have anything to do with you. That doesn't have anything to do with your capabilities. If you have a vision, if you have a dream, and you believe that it's possible, then that's the only thing that matters. What doesn't matter is what people say about you. What doesn't matter is what people think about what you can and you can't do. If you have the confidence, if you have the ability to go out and make those things happen, then that's fine. But the last thing that you should be doing is just speaking on it, allowing other people to voice their input or their opinions on what you have going on in your life. And I'll never forget this saying, but it goes, if you want to go far, go together, but if you want to go fast, go alone. And just because you think that you may have to go together, you may have to be paired with somebody to go far, doesn't necessarily mean that they need to know each and every last step that you're going to take. You got to understand that you can have a really good support system. You can have people around you that may want to see you win, but just always speaking is never going to be a good thing. Always putting your business out there for the world to take in is never going to really do anything for you, unless you're in a position where you know that it's going to serve you a purpose if you share it with somebody. But the way that I like to look at it, if I catch myself just speaking just to speak, or just sharing, my plans for the future just to share it without necessarily getting anything in return, then at those moments, those are the moments where I feel like I shouldn't necessarily be speaking on it. If I'm wishing on a star, just telling people my dreams and my hopes for the future, I just need to put something into effect or do some type of work before I even start speaking even more, because what is that going to do for me? Sometimes we really do have to take ourselves out of our shoes and ask ourselves, like, what is this going to do for me? What is sitting here pouring out my hopes and dreams for the future going to do for me at this very moment? Because if you need to vent, go see a therapist. If you need any type of support or you need to build courage, then speak to somebody that's going to help you do that. But always feeling like you have to share your next step really just jeopardizes everything, truth be told. Because I've been in positions where I had big dreams and big hopes for my future, and I've allowed myself to go out and do those things, and then I realized that certain people may want to copy me, or certain people may want to do the same thing that I'm doing, and now I'm in competition with those that I have around me and that are closest to me. You don't want to be in competition with your family or the people that you love. So that's why it's way better to just act on it, and really just understanding that everybody clapping is not supporting you. Just because you have people smiling in your face and they may give off that sense of, support, like they love you and they want to see you win, does not mean that they truly want to see you win. Y'all got to understand that the devil was once an angel. So there's so many people out here disguised as friends that are truly enemies. And once you understand this, it makes you view the entire world different. Not necessarily like everybody's a bad person, but it makes you be way more cautious of those that you allow yourself to trust. And when I say trust, I don't mean just trust around you, but I mean trust with valuable energy. Your deepest, darkest secrets, things that you really shouldn't pour into anybody unless you can genuinely count on them to not let those things out. So really just take the time today to be cautious of those that you have around you. If something feels off, it probably is off. If somebody gives you weird energy, then just judge them accordingly. Do not think about, your past and everything that you may have went through and overcame together, because truth be told, the past is something that we'll never get back. And not only am I going to be judged based off of my past, but the things that I'm doing today at this very moment are truly what represents me. So I could have been a saint my entire life, but if I go out today and I commit a crime, then that's how the entire world is going to view me. The world is going to view me as who I am today at this current moment, not all the good things that I've done in the past. So don't allow yourself to be fully consumed by the chemistry and the history that you have with somebody, but just judge them based off this very moment. And if you have to question, or if you don't necessarily know how somebody would move today, then that should be enough for you to withhold certain information or to really just keep things to yourself. It's not even just about withholding. It's like, if it's none of your business, then it's really just none of your business. We all have a life to live. We all have dreams that we're trying to pursue and take care of. So, as far as just speaking rather than working, this shouldn't even be something that's on our mind because we all have things to do. We all have somewhere that we're trying to be. So, with that being said, really just take the time to just focus and to lock in. If you need somebody to speak to, I would recommend speaking to somebody that you can truly trust, or a therapist if you need to vent. But just telling everybody your next steps, telling everybody your plans, and let me add this in before I forget, but I feel like this also ties into telling people where you live or inviting everyone into your home. This is something that we have to be very, very cautious and careful of because people carry energy. The people that you allow around you are going to have a direct impact on how you feel inside because people just carry energy with them. So with that being said, if you allow somebody into your home that has energy that doesn't align with your energy, you are naturally going to feel off. You are not going to feel good about yourself. Something is going to feel strange, and we just have to be conscious of this feeling that we get because it's really a warning sign to me, the way that I like to look at it. But it's your boy Blue Jay Tay. If you made it to the end of the video, drop a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.